Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Daily Recovery Snack from Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. Up and at 'em. Welcome. Wednesday, March 25th. Is that right? Yes, March 25th. Said, hope everybody's well. It's getting fired up here in Southwest Virginia. Getting ready to do it again. Let's see what we got good for today, 25th. Start with a quote from William Steig. There's a rhythm to flying, and it's the rhythm of the universe. Nature has a lot to teach us. One of these lessons is to stop trying to control everything and let go and let God. Think of a flock of geese flying in a V formation. What a beautiful sight. How do you think all these geese know what to do? It's all in the rhythm of the universe. How does a seed know when to sprout? How do our hearts know when to beat and our lungs know when to breathe? It's all in the rhythm of the universe. We each have a rhythm to our lives. We lost it somewhere along the way, perhaps in our active addiction, perhaps earlier. When we move too fast, we waste a lot of energy. When we move too slow, we miss out. But when we make the decision to put our life and our will into the care of a higher power, we will find the right rhythm for us. We just let go, and the timing will come to us as we practice listening to the rhythm of our spirit. Prayer for the day. Higher power, teach me to live like the geese fly, with grace and direction and with my friends. Today's action. Today I will think of a time I tried to control things, when I had the timing all wrong. Then I will think of a time when everything went well and the timing was perfect. What am I learning about rhythm and trust? Um, well, I'm a big fan of nature. Backpacking, fishing, running around, doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? Anything outside. And I do believe it has a lot to teach us. There's something out there that I connect to. I believe that's where my God is, or where I feel closest to it, if you will. Um, but what I get from this reading is to, are you gonna be in control, calling the shots, or are you gonna let a higher power call the shots? And That's what I pull out of that reading, and for me, that's real simple. I'm gonna screw it up again. That's what I'm gonna do, because that's typically what happens to me is I screw it up. That particular thing right there. All my life, even during active addiction and before I got addicted or whatever, I was driven by the thought that it was on me. I was the machine that needed to make everything happen the correct way. It was on me to figure out the best way to do it. And I truly thought that was part of being a man and coming up. And I believe, I believe personally these days still yet that there are some decisions I need to make or help with making or be a part of, and to help facilitate the life that I'm trying to continue and produce. But what I got all mixed up was that, you know, the possibility of my human plans being wrong. My plans being wrong. I missed the whole point of trusting in a higher power, trusting in a God. Leave it to the Lord. Ask what's on your heart and what questions you got, and go forward. Back in the day, a lot of my prayers, number one, especially in addiction, didn't happen unless I was in trouble. And if they did, I needed A, B, and C. I would bullet point out what I needed to make everything okay again. And if I got all that, God, man, I ain't gonna get myself in this position again. I just need this to be okay. And I truly believed it. I don't beat myself up today because I honestly believe that. But I would present to anybody that would listen to me that if I'm going to have a higher power, which I do, and I stay connected with pretty daggone closely these days, and I'm going to have the faith, an imperfect faith, but a faith that's growing in that higher power, that I believe it's a part of my life. It's got the best things for me. It's got better ideas than I've got, and it'll lead the way if I just get the hell out of the way. My question would be, if I believe that and practice that and move forward toward that, How can anything showing up in my day be wrong? How can anything in my day show up be wrong if I have faith that I have given my day and my presence to a higher power for guidance? Now, that does not suggest that anything that comes along, I like it. I like all of it. But nonetheless, my faith dictates that what is presented to me is part of the plan. And there have been many, many, many parts of the plan that during my time, especially in recovery, that I saw when they came up, they didn't look like a gift. They didn't look like a gift at all. They looked like some shit I didn't want to deal with, and I didn't understand because I felt like I was trying to do the right things or whatever. Now, some of these situations showed up, and they were tasteless. It didn't look good. I didn't want anything to do with it. But if I go backwards from 3 to 6 months, from something that's great happening in my life, way more times than not, I can trace it back to one of these things that did not show up looking like a gift. I don't know what I don't know. What I do know is when I get in there and try to run the whole show, I end up screwing things up. And it's not through a bad will or a dark heart. It's just, I don't have all the best things in the world. I don't have all the best ideas in the world, and I've proven that to me. And when I run the show, I get me in trouble. So it's a whole lot easier for me these days to live a little bit by faith and turn it over, or excuse me, mostly by faith and turn it over to a power greater than myself, and rely on those results. Because even on the distasteful things that I don't think I want to deal with or whatever, most of them end up turning out being okay. It's a whole lot better than the life that I produced. Given as hard as I tried, I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it together. So that's the way it is for me anyway. So I just have to remember, it's easy to do this recovery thing on the good days, but when life hands you a great big pile of something you don't want to see or you don't want to feel, just remember the sun will shine again. Turn it over. Let your higher power get control of it. You get control. It's already got control. It's just whether or not you relent and give up control and just ask, what can I do to help this situation? How can I be a positive aspect to this situation? Not take it away from me or whatever. There's something in there. If it shows up in my life, there's something in there I'm expected to do with it. And that's what I believe. So, anyway, glad y'all joined. Please share, subscribe, like, do all the little things if you're felt to do or whatever. But most definitely tell a friend. Get it out there. I'm trying to get this thing to grow a little bit. I appreciate y'all joining me. And I look forward to hopefully having y'all back again tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. And we'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.